Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt with 86, and I'm going to be taking a look at Redragon's K617 keyboard today. They've nicknamed it FIZZ. I'm not really sure why, but they've nicknamed it FIZZ, and I'm going to be taking a look at it. So before we go too far, we're going to pause here, and you can hear how the keyboard sounds, because I know that's important to a lot of people as well. This is the white and gray one. I know that they have a pink and gray one. And of course there's different keycap sets you can get. Any cross stem keycap set will work on this. Unless you're getting something that's made specifically for something else, in which like the spacebar may be too big, or you may have the enter button different. So make sure to look at that if you do decide to go with a different keycap set. But the overall design of the keycaps released here are great. And the keycaps themselves are double shot injection, PVT keycaps, and they're pretty nice quality. Now early on, if you know me, you know that I like full-size 104 key keyboards with the 10 key attached to it. I just blindly use it, and I just love that setup. So it's really hard for me to get away to these smaller TKL keyboards that don't have the 10 key, you know, TKL 10 keyless, so the 60%, 70%, all those. They're kind of difficult for me to get behind, but that doesn't mean I don't love the way they feel to type on. It's just when I need that 10 key, I notice the problem. Enough about that, let's talk about this. This is not a battery-operated wireless portable 60% keyboard. Though it is portable based on its size, you'll just be plugging it in anywhere you take it. The FIZZ features a USB-C plug-in on the left side of it if you're looking down at the keyboard, and it comes with a USB Type-C cable that is elbow designed so that it can just kind of run direct back from the keyboard. I do like this a lot. I've gotten to a point where when I use a laptop in kind of a cramped space, having that plug-in directly behind the keyboard is just kind of a pain in the butt with the laptop sometimes. So I like having it kind of off to the side and elbowed back so it can be cleanly routed back and around. Or even if you're at a desk and you get an aftermarket USB-C cable, that makes it pretty easy to set it up and make it look nice. There are a couple things to mention about it. Now again, we've discussed that it's not wireless, there's no battery inside of it. This actually makes it a lot lighter, as you can see in this shot, than some of the other keyboards we've looked at in the past that are the battery operated ones. And while that lightness may throw up a red flag of will it be able to hold the desk well, I can say yes, and it's dual layered, durable plastic, with the feet on the bottom making sure to grab the desk and the table pretty well and pretty efficiently. One thing I don't like about it though is that the PCB only supports 3-pin switches. So if you're swapping switches or you buy this to swap switches, this is an important thing to know. If you're buying 5-pin switches like these banana split switches, they're not going to work inside this keyboard. It only supports 3-pin switches. The switches themselves are red switches, and I always ask and I almost never get an answer, or I get a vague answer about, you know, well, sometimes we swap to different manufacturers and we'd hate for you to say one thing when it could be something else. But as of right now, my best guess is the usual two they bounce between, which is going to be either Otemu or TTC switches. But they are red switches and they are braced. The fact that they're braced makes me feel like they're maybe Otemu or Kale switches, because they're bigger on producing those. And these braced switches are more dust proof, and they've got it labeled as dust proof, so I'm going to go with probably Otemu. The fact that they're nice brace switches offers a lot in the sense that there's not a lot of wobble on the keyboard, especially on the spacebar. Now there is some, if you're trying to make it wobble, it will wobble, but for the most part they're pretty firmly on there. Now if you're new to 60% keyboards, they include in the book all the short key, hot key things that you'll need to know. If the first thing you do is what a lot of people that watch these keyboard videos do, is they throw that book away, they ignore it, they plug it in, and then they go immediately start asking questions of which functionality key can I use to do this. Save that booklet. The booklet will answer most of your questions. And over time of doing it more often, you'll become a lot more familiar and comfortable with how to use a smaller keyboard like a 60% or 70% keyboard, knowing that these double function features are going to open up your keyboard to a large range of usability. Now it does feature basic software support using Redragon's GUI suite, and in here you can do things like map different colors, set specific colors, change the lighting functions, and you can even do quick and easy macros. Setting macros is pretty simple. I usually just run a quick test macro and make it go to a website just to make sure that it works, and it executed fine here. 3 different profiles in there will let you save up to 3 different sets of different macros and lighting features. That macro that you have already programmed to it will be able to plug in somewhere else and execute. I guess the biggest gripe that I have with it is the fact that we're still using 3-pin PCB in the Redragon keyboards. At this point in time, we're starting to see a lot of switches come out with compatibility for the 5-pin, and I think that's what people are hoping to see. People that want to expand beyond what's given to them and implement different switches, put different things in there. 5-pin is going to be the best because it can accept both the 3-pin and the 5-pin switches for people that want to swap around and move outside of what's given to them and try something different. It's very easy to like this keyboard, I'm not gonna lie. I do like this keyboard a lot, and maybe something like this on the 104 key spectrum would be great for me. I really aesthetically like this. I know a lot of people want to be able to plug in and play games on their Xboxes and their PlayStations. Wired mode should work for just about every keyboard across the spectrum. I know Xbox has issues with Bluetooth, third-party 2.4 gigahertz things, but for the most part, anyone that you plug direct into the PlayStation or the Xbox should work fine. It's just when you get into that wireless realm of where you're going to encounter issues, and more specifically on the Xbox, to my understanding, will you encounter issues with wireless devices, of which this is not. Anyways, guys, that's a quick look at the K617. If you have any questions, be sure and leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like smaller 60% keyboards? Do you like the simplicity of having something like this that's not necessarily battery operated for the price that they sell it for? I'm curious to know myself, what are people interested in when it comes to keyboards? Anyways, you guys have a great day, night, whatever it is. I'll see you in the next video I do.